A pleasant evening to you all. The National Assembly has approved a bill to repeal the National Awards Act 2022. Presenting the bill in the National Assembly yesterday, Vice President Sébastien Pillet said the government had identified several concerns with the act, including a lack of transparency in the selection process for award recipients. He said the government believes the award system became politicized under the previous administration, alleging that the head of state had the final say on who would receive an award regardless of recommendations made by the National Awards Committee. All 17 members of the United Seychelles U.S. voted in favor of repealing the act, while all 14 members of the opposition party, the L'Union démocratique Seychelloise LDS, voted against the bill. Opposition members argued that the awards program was a positive initiative that recognized hardworking citizens and individuals who had made outstanding contributions to the community and the country. Closing the debate on the repeal bill, the leader of opposition business acknowledged that a national award system is valuable. However, she said broader national consultations could be held to determine the best way to establish a fair and inclusive recognition system that benefits all deserving individuals. The minister responsible for finance, Pierre Laporte, has said that contributions made by foreign workers to the National Pension Fund could help finance a future reduction in the retirement age to 63. Minister Laporte made the remarks in the National Assembly yesterday while responding to a question from the elected member for Beauvallon, John Roireau. Mr. Roireau had sought clarification on when foreign workers would begin contributing to the pension fund and the rate at which those contributions will be made. Minister Laporte explained that a bill is yet to be drafted, but reiterated that the integration of the foreign workers into the contribution system will help strengthen the financial sustainability of the pension fund. The Minister of Education and Human Resources Development, David Pierre, and his delegation recently visited Seychellois students pursuing their studies at universities in Malaysia. The delegation visited 7 universities. The primary objective was to meet with the students to listen to their concerns and discuss possible solutions with university representatives. Among the issues raised were the student insurance coverage provided by some universities, which students said was insufficient. Minister Pierre said this concern, along with several others, were discussed with the universities, and efforts are now underway to work towards solutions. The minister also noted that the visit provided an opportunity to explore ways for Seychelles to receive greater support from Malaysia institutions, particularly through scholarship opportunities. Artisans from Seychelles, all across Seychelles, took part in a workshop aimed at helping to shape the future of the country's craft industry through the development of a strategic plan for 2026-2030. The workshop brought together artisans from Mai, Pralais, and La Digue, providing them with an opportunity to gain a better understanding of the current state of the art of the craft sector in Seychelles and to discuss its future direction. Participants also showcased their creations in an exhibition held at the hall of the International Conference Center. The initiative, led by the National Council for Arts and Crafts, seeks to help artisans assess the sector's current position, identify their aspirations, and define a shared vision for its development. As part of this effort, a committee known as the Seychelles Craft Revival Plan has been established to spearhead the preparation of the strategic plan, which is expected to guide the growth and revitalization of the craft industry over the next 5 years. Russian airline Aeroflot will resume its operations between Moscow and Seychelles earlier than originally scheduled. According to the Seychelles Airports Authority, flights will restart on the 8th of July next month instead of previously announced date of September 26th of this year. Aeroflot will operate 2 flights per week on Wednesdays and Saturdays throughout the 2026 summer season. A survey conducted by the Unique Foundation in schools on Pralin has revealed that more than 200 households own either a cat or a dog, and the findings also highlighted a large number of stray cats and dogs on the island, a situation that the association says points to a lack of responsible pet ownership and proper animal care. In response, the Unique Foundation is encouraging young people to develop a stronger sense of responsibility towards their pets and to adopt good animal welfare practices from an early age. To reinforce this message, a small ceremony was held at the Bliss Hotel, where young participants pledged to take better care of their animals and promote responsible pet ownership within their communities. And during the event, the manager of Bliss Hotel was recognized for the establishment's efforts in caring of abandoned animals. The hotel has on several occasions provided shelter and care for stray cats and dogs left on its premises, with some of the animals later finding homes abroad through adoption programs. To end, 17 employees of the Palais Constance Lemuria Hotel from different sections took part in the 10-month training program called Bright. Most of the graduates were Seychellois. There were 2 categories in both stages. Participants had to come up with a project for this year. They had to simplify a hotel procedure to make it more efficient and effective. The Bright program started in 2011 in Mauritius and subsequently implemented in Seychelles. The Bright program starts with the foundation level for all entry staff, and the program has proved beneficial in several ways, including increasing the hotel's turnover.
When we are talking about the turnover, we are talking about the staff turnover. When the general manager said we have 16% turnover in the hotel, it means that most of our people are staying in the company. It might be the culture. You know, when you train people all the time, the culture is different. For me, training is not only about giving skills. It's also about bringing people together. So when people meet in a class throughout the year, they create a culture, they create a bond. So it might be that this is also causing for people to stay because they have a good bonding among them. Also, they are receiving those training not because we want them only to do the job, but because they are growing themselves.
And with this, we end this news summary. I'll be back at 8 with the crew team. Good evening.